With Tesla's new refreshed Model Y officially launched globally, first deliveries starting very soon, the rumours continue to pile up that this thing is selling like hotcakes. And is it any wonder? The pre-refreshed Model Y was already the world's best-selling vehicle of any kind. And the new refresh is a massive leap forward. Tesla, not a company to rest on their laurels. They've already got the world's best-selling vehicle and like, well, you know what? Let's make it shit tons better because why the fuck not? By the way, how good does this thing look from behind? And with the global launch of the refreshed Model Y, Tesla has now paved the way for their multiple new, more affordable vehicles, which they doubled down in their last earnings report just a couple of days ago, confirming they enter production in the first half of 2025. Lots of speculation going around about what these vehicles will or won't be. I'm going to make some predictions in this video and share what I expect to see and not. The short story is I expect to see a compact-ish SUV, mid-size at most, maybe slightly smaller than that, and a sedan, which are both essentially watered-down versions of today's refreshed Model 3 and Y. Now, I don't have any inside information whatsoever, but I do have a brain, which I'm going to use to speculate to the best of my ability, obviously. I don't know anything, but some things seem extremely obvious. So let's start with the most obvious point of all. Today, despite the fact that the Model Y and the Model 3 are incredible vehicles offering exceptional value, they are not within reach of the median consumer. Now, it's true you can buy a Model Y today for, give or take, roughly the same price that people on average spend on a new vehicle in the United States. But the average is very different from the median. Higher purchase prices cause this to skew much higher than typically a household can actually afford to spend on a new vehicle. In short, a hell of a lot more families and individuals would love to own a Tesla than can currently actually afford to purchase or finance one. You guys remember this, right? We're looking at vehicle price versus addressable market. Today's Model Y, the refresh, is trapped in this area right here, somewhere around the, say, 45,000-ish US dollars, meaning its total addressable market is just a fraction of consumers. Makes sense, right? Not everybody can afford to drop $40,000 or $50,000 on a new vehicle. With Tesla's range of more affordable vehicles again entering production in the first half of this year, they're trying to move in this direction and unlock this insane increase in total addressable market. Tesla's new refreshed Model Y and the fairly recently refreshed Model 3 are incredible products, exceptional value. You get a huge amount of bang for buck, but they're also full of absolutely unnecessary but very nice to have features and options. And it's by stripping out some of these unnecessary but very nice to have features and options that Tesla's going to be able to massively drive their cost to produce a great electric vehicle down and unlock this massive surge in the number of people who can actually afford to buy a Tesla vehicle. So let's look at some of the features in this new refreshed Model Y and ask ourselves the question, will this feature exist in Tesla's new, more affordable SUV? And the answer to all of them is probably going to be no. For one, is a full light bar across the front of the vehicle necessary? No, probably not. Is this right here one part that you could delete? Abso-fucking-lutely. And now for the rear light bar, which by the way looks epic as fuck. Is this necessary? Again, abso-fucking-lutely not. Unless, of course, Tesla's playing some kind of 4D chess and this will help with autonomy for greater visibility, but I'm presuming that's not the case. So, predictions number 1 and 2. We probably won't see a light bar at the front or the back of the vehicles unless Tesla are so intent on creating this new aesthetic in their range of vehicles that they're willing to sabotage their own success with this unnecessary but cool aesthetic feature. And number 2, the second row front. Will the more affordable Tesla vehicles entering production, again, first half of this year, have a rear touchscreen? Extremely unlikely. While this is very nice to have, for anyone who has kids, you'll understand. This is also absolutely unnecessary. And what about all the people that don't have kids? Next prediction, no second row screen. Obvious things are obvious. Next, we have an automatic rear trunk and powered rear seats. Neither of these features are likely to be present on the more affordable Tesla vehicle either. Now, just want to take a pause here from a Tesla investor's point of view. Can you hear? Ka-ching, ka-ching. That's right, money saved everywhere. If we don't have the light bars on the front and back, we don't have the rear screen, we don't have the powered trunk and the powered rear seats. And remember, that chart we saw before about price versus addressable market, just saving a few $1,000s in terms of purchase price can massively unlock not just 10 or 20% increases in the number of people that can afford your vehicle, but 2, 3, 4 times increases. Now, immersive sound. I mean, sure, there's going to be some sound in there, but bro, refresh Model Y's got like 16 speakers, some shit like that. Totally unnecessary if you're trying to make a very good product that people can afford. So next prediction, a more watered down, but still pretty good sound system. And then quieter ride. This from a combination of acoustic glass and a few other bells and whistles as well. Next prediction, if you measure with a decibel meter how loud or quiet the ride in the refreshed Model Y versus Tesla's more affordable range of vehicles, you can absolutely fucking guarantee the refreshed Model Y and refreshed Model 3 will have a much quieter ride. Totally unnecessary, but very nice to have. So it won't be there. More money saved. I asked Grok to make me a list of features in the new refreshed Model Y, some of which we've already covered, but let's just run through this list, the stuff that really counts. So the front touchscreen, will it be quite as big, quite as responsive? There almost certainly will be a front screen. 100% chance on that. But even here, Tesla might be able to save a little bit. However, I'm giving this a fairly low chance. It's probably going to be the same, but it's possible it's different. A little bit smaller, a bit less responsive. The 8-inch rear touchscreen ain't going to be there. Ventilated front seats, no fucking chance. Powered rear seats ain't happening. The ambient internal lighting, no. Why? Don't need it. Looks cool, is cool. But if you're trying to save money, no chance. A 16 speaker sound system? Totally unnecessary. The double layer acoustic glass, come on bro. You gotta be kidding me. It ain't gonna be there. No doubt it will have sufficient range. Probably not gonna be excessive though. Performance I think is gonna be a little bit on the lower end as well, compared to what people are used to in Tesla vehicles. Will however be very aerodynamic. Suspension ain't gonna be on par with the refreshed Model 3 or Y, but it'll be decent. Now the big prediction, purchase price. Entry level. Today in the US, the previous pre-refreshed Model Y, the long-range rear-wheel drive can be purchased for $44,990. And the refreshed, not pre-refreshed, refreshed Model 3 for $42,490. So once again, my predictions are a more affordable sedan and a more affordable SUV, both mid-size or smaller. Both of which, the entry-level models, have a starting price beginning with a 3. The difference between the entry-level Model 3 and Model Y today is just under 6%. There are only two things Tesla's more affordable vehicles, that's plural, more than one of them, entering production first half of this year. There's only two things they won't compromise on at all. Number one, safety. Above all else, this won't change. They'll be engineered to be as safe as possible. And number two, Tesla will not compromise on value. Value is what you get, not what you pay. But outside of this, anywhere Tesla can save money while still offering a product that represents exceptional value and is incredibly safe, they'll be doing their best. All right, nerds, I've prepared a table here. We'll get to the point. Just some back of the envelope math here, so don't hold me to it, but really roughly speaking, we've got the entry-level Model 3 and Model Y today, their starting prices. And what would happen to that price if it was reduced by 5%, 10, 15, 20, and 25? You can see the numbers here. More importantly, however, I've done some estimates based on the total addressable revenue share by purchase price. Done my best to estimate the increased revenue share a more affordable price point would represent. And you can see, even with just a 5% purchase price reduction on the 3 or Y, we're looking at another additional roughly 50% share of the total revenue spent by consumers purchasing vehicles. That's massive. Just a 10% purchase price reduction for a compelling electric vehicle. For a sedan, we're now looking sub $40,000, roughly a doubling in share of total revenue. This is huge. 15%. Now we're looking at purchase prices in the mid to high $30,000 range. We're now looking at 150-ish% increase. This is massive. I don't think a lot of people understand the implications here. It's not going to be that much of a stretch for Tesla to water down a few features and save themselves 10 to 15% in terms of cost to produce a compelling electric vehicle. If they had a magic wand, obviously they'd be producing them for almost nothing. But realistically speaking, I think somewhere here, this is the sweet spot. At least initially, I think they're going to be looking at 10, 15%. I would be blown away if they can get as much as 20% out of the costs. Eventually, over time, that's inevitable. They'll continue driving costs down. But my prediction, we're probably looking at mid to high $30,000 for the initial entry-level versions of the more affordable vehicles. And that may not sound like a lot in terms of dollar reduction for purchase price, but it's going to make a massive fucking difference to the number of people who can afford and do buy a Tesla vehicle. Importantly, these estimates for increase in revenue share are not increase in vehicles sold, but revenue share. And if they have a lower purchase price, that's actually an even higher increase in total vehicles sold. These new, more affordable vehicles could easily propel Tesla to 3, 4, 5+ million units per year of vehicles sold to consumers, perhaps even more than that. You've been warned. Wait, when do they enter production again? Can someone remind me? Oh, that's right, the first half of this year. Bro, are you ready? It's a pretty obvious thing to say, but it is worth saying again. There are a lot more people today who would like to own a Tesla than can actually afford a Tesla. this is about to change. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.